Hello everyone! We've all seen people going to the gym. Some of them go for fitness purposes, some go for bodybuilding, and some go for, well, you know. It is indeed a good habit to maintain your physical health, but there are cases throughout history where people misused bodybuilding as a profession and ended up in a total disaster. So, today we're here with a list of top 10 bodybuilders who went too far in this profession. Number 10. Gregg Valentino. Gregg Valentino is the former world record holder for the largest biceps and had arms with a circumference of 28 inches. He followed a 23-year bodybuilding routine without relying on any performance-enhancing drugs. His only aim was to do something different from other bodybuilders and to set the world's record. So, he started taking synthol and anabolic steroids such as testosterone propionate, boldenone, and others. He was injecting used needles to inflate his arms with so many steroids that he received an infection and his arm got filled with pus. He decided to drain it himself by stabbing his arm with a syringe to draw out the blood. He ended up in an emergency surgery, and all his efforts were lost with it. He's said to be suffering from muscle dysmorphia. Number 9. Morgan Aced. If you want to see a real-life Hercules, you would want to see Morgan Aced. This guy got involved in sports from a very young age. Having an excellent physique, he took it to another level and started weightlifting at the age of 16. By the age of 20, he weighed 195 pounds. Like other bodybuilders, his main aim was to gain as much as possible, and believe us, he did. In the year 2000, he took up bodybuilding as a profession and started taking part in several amateur-level competitions. He's earned himself a first-place finish to become the strongest man in France. But now, he looks like a 6'3" giant who weighs 295 to 310 pounds with a circumference of arms 24.4 inches. Number 8. Sally McNeil. Sally McNeil was a former Marine and won the U.S. Armed Services Physique Championship twice in the 80s. She was married to Ray McNeil, a native Jamaican who was among the top 20 professionals in the nation and in his weight class, and was named Mr. California in 1991. After leaving the service, she turned to professional bodybuilding and used her physique to earn money in niche muscle sports. In the late 80s, she started abusing steroids and testosterone. The steroids made her so uncontrollably aggressive that she started beating people. In 1996, her husband returned home from working out, only to find himself in a classic Valentine's Day. While he was in the kitchen, Sally brought a 12-gauge shotgun out of the bedroom and shot him first in the abdomen and then in the head. How's that for a romantic Valentine? During another argument, she dropped a 70-pound weight on Ray's car. She's now serving a life sentence. So please beware to choose your partner if you don't want to end up like poor Ray. Number 7. Mustafa Ismail. Mustafa Ismail is an Egyptian bodybuilder who once held the Guinness World Record for the largest biceps in the world. His bulging, abnormally large biceps measure 31 inches in diameter. Yes, 31 inches! And that's the size of an average man's waist. He continued to maintain his enormous arms with an insane arms-only workout and by eating 7 pounds of protein a day. How weird is that? His strange physique, unique with small forearms and large biceps, attracted controversy, with many bodybuilding skeptics believing that he got his look by injecting synthol into his arms. He's also known as the Egyptian Popeye, which doesn't even make any sense. Popeye never took pounds of protein in one day. The Guinness World Records Association now states that it has taken the decision to no longer accept claims for the largest upper arm circumference on the grounds that there are too many evidential factors to ensure a declarative benchmark that is firmly beyond debate. Number 6. Andreas Munzer, an Austrian bodybuilding legend who is considered as an idol in his profession. He had an extremely low body fat, and by extremely low levels, you might even say it was dangerously low. On March 14th, 1996, the bodybuilding world awoke to devastating news. News that one of its own had died under the most tragic of circumstances. Andreas was taken to a hospital after complaining about a sharp pain in his stomach. He later died on the operating table. His autopsy revealed that he had several tumors on his stomach and liver. Also, his testicles had shrunken and his heart was twice the size of a normal man's. Well, no surprise in that, because the results also revealed that his various health problems were due to Jeter chemical and steroid abuse. Andreas' death confirmed in the minds of many skeptics the belief that professional bodybuilding, and by implication, the general bodybuilding population, was fraught with drug use. Number 5. Marcus Ruhl. Marcus Ruhl, a former IFBB professional bodybuilder, started beginning his training just at the age of 18. Ruhl began his training at 120 pounds. He trained hard 6 days a week while he worked as a used car salesman until deciding to compete on a professional level 5 years later. He really enjoyed huge success with his huge shoulders in the bodybuilding world before becoming disqualified from the 1999 Mr. Olympia competition for accelerating his own urine production using diuretics. I mean, what a strange world. He was also nicknamed the German Nightmare. He believed that drying out his body by purging it of all fluids would cause his muscles and veins to look even more pronounced. In 2008, Ruhl signed a sponsorship deal with the famous brand Ultimate Nutrition, and in 2018, he started his own supplement company called Ruhl's Besties. Number 4. Nasser Else. Nasser Else, another victim of the hard bodybuilding who met an untimely end. He was born on October 15, 1965, and started his career in 1983, and got to a point where he got well recognized all around the world. This 1999 Arnold Classic winner is one of the many bodybuilders who passed away due to their passion for bodybuilding. In 2013, at the age of 47, he passed away in his sleep while on a trip to Cairo. Prior to his death, he had been hospitalized for breathing problems, at which point he was diagnosed with kidney damage and heart failure. He was nicknamed the Professor because of his signature thick glasses and degree from the University of Augsburg in history, political science, and sociology. So, if you're bullying someone who might seem a nerd to you, then you probably shouldn't, because who knows, he might become the next Nasser. He was described by Muscle and Performance as one of the most popular bodybuilders of his era. When not competing, El Sonbati was anywhere between 310 and 330 pounds, more than 150 pounds over the recommended weight for a man of his height. Number 3. Romario Dos Santos. Here we have another bodybuilder who approached the world of fitness by trying to take shortcuts instead of working hard. Romario Dos Santos Alves went to intense lengths in order to look like his favorite cartoon superhero, the Incredible Hulk. Well, we have to give it to him, because he sure managed to look like him. Not content just to lift weights, however, the Brazilian bodybuilder, dubbed Synthol Man, turned to a cocktail of oil, painkillers, and alcohol to pump up his biceps. The results were indeed cartoonish. Dos Santos rose to fame thanks to his ghastly appearance and quick viral action on the internet. His body appeared to be inflated and grossly misshapen. He nearly lost his life, more specifically his arms, because the doctors told him that they would need to amputate both of them. Luckily, doctors were able to spare his arms by removing synthol rocks. The saddest thing is that he was killing himself for no reason. The effect of the drugs doesn't even make him look anything but freaky. Number 2. Ruben Arzu. Use of steroids and no anger issues? It's not the case with every bodybuilder. Bodybuilders trying to do bench presses and failing at them really make the situation worse. The interesting part is how the mind and even muscles try to force something that has no business happening. This is almost directly related to intensity and rage caused by steroid use. Unfortunately, our guy Arzu here didn't get to take out his rage in the gym. In 2011, a couple arrived at their home in California only to be found by naked, raged Ruben Arzu. Arzu went off on the husband first, and he beat the hell out of him while breaking his jaw in the process. The horrified wife dashed for the house to ring the police, but then Arzu caught her and also beat the hell out of her, leading to a fractured skull. Yikes. Somehow, he was arrested before he got the chance to kill anyone. But remember, kids, if you're the jealous type, never do steroids. Number 1. Bertel Fox. What happens to your state of mind when taking human growth hormone over a period of time? Well, Bertel Fox is an example that we can give. Fox was known to be one of the famous bodybuilders who had a great muscle-bound body. He won many titles in both the United States and England before retiring to St. Kitts, where he planned to start his own business, a gym, with his wife. In 1997, he just lost it and committed many murders. He went into a shop owned by his mother-in-law and then also went and shot his wife and killed her. He was found guilty and sentenced to prison for life. Well, this was our list of the top 10 bodybuilders who went too far with their passion. What do you guys think? Do you also have one in mind? Let us know in the comment section below. If you liked the video, share and subscribe to our channel. Also, hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our updates. Thanks for watching.